Hello friends, today I'm going to review the absolute best family timeshare I've ever stayed in, period. Marriott's Harbour Lake in Orlando, Florida. Just to set the stage here, I have two kids, both 5 and 7, that are mostly fish, and they would swim in a bucket of water if they could. In fact, last summer we actually went to two oceanfront timeshares, both Wyndham Ocean Walk in Daytona Beach and Holiday Inn Club Cape Canaveral, both right on the beach, and while both resorts were absolutely wonderful, our kids spent almost 95% of the time playing in the pools. Given this current attraction to non-saltwater activities, this caused me to search for the best kid-friendly pool or water park type timeshares available within a good driving distance from our home in Florida. And Marriott's Harbour Lake always came up at the top of the list. Let me tell you that right off the bat, choosing this resort was the best decision I've ever made for a family vacation, hands down. We drove to this resort. It was conveniently just a few hours away from our home in Jacksonville. And from the moment we arrived, even our kids commented on how awesome the Key West theme was throughout the entire resort and all the buildings, including the check-in building, seen here. Despite the small size of the resort, we never had issues with parking. Even upon check-in, we found a spot right up front, and check-in was an absolute breeze. The desk attendant quickly confirmed our reservation and welcomed us to the resort, giving me a free 1,000 Bonvoy points for us being longtime Marriott owners. Then I was sent over to the concierge desk to get my parking pass. To my surprise, there was absolutely no effort to get me to book a sales presentation, and the concierge simply handed me her pass and told me to have a wonderful stay. Side note, I did notice that in my welcome packet, there was an invitation to receive a free gift. I honestly didn't even notice this until we were checking out and I was going through all the paperwork. Not that I was overly disappointed for not being able to attend a timeshare sales presentation, but this makes the 6th straight timeshare vacation I've been able to stay in without having to attend one. The TUG mojo is clearly working. We made our way to the room in Building 14, right next to the main pool, and it was as expected for just about any current, modern, updated 2-bedroom timeshare. Master room provided a nice, comfortable, king-size bed, walk-in shower, dual vanities. We were very happy to see power outlets with USB chargers attached to most nightstands in both the living and bedrooms. And the second bedroom contained 2 beds, perfectly fine for kids or even adults to sleep in. TVs in every room provided tons of free channels, including ones playing Bluey and Peppa Pig for hours each night, which was a huge hit for our little ones. A full kitchen, washer and dryer, wrap-around dining room table, and very large pantry rounded out the room, making it a perfect home base for our week of vacation. Also, for you working parents, the Wi-Fi in the room was free and extremely fast, one of the best I've encountered. And now for our actual stay. I'll say that right off the bat, this resort is slap full of kids. If you don't like to be around kids, you don't like to hear kids, or you want to hear the nonstop sounds of children having fun all day, every day, stay somewhere else. However, on the flip side, for your own children, this means an absolutely unlimited supply of friends playing in and around the pools from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every single day. Kids gravitate to the main pool because it has a huge pirate ship with full of water features and water slides coming all over it. These kids absolutely had a blast and spent the majority of their time playing with other kids on this feature. This entire pool area is mostly only a few feet deep with a 5-foot max at the deep end. I'm pretty sure that our kids made new friends each and every day they visited the pool. There's also a very nice, comfortable, shaded gazebo area adjacent to the pool with the bar and grill where you can order food and drinks at your leisure and enjoy them out of the sun for a little bit. Heck, you can even order right from your phone and they'll send you a text when it's ready. And you to walk right up and make all charges to your room. This is a cashless resort. But be sure to mention that you're a Marriott owner as you get a 10% discount on all food and drink, except alcohol. There is another pool area on the other side of the resort that features a huge splash pad for small children, as well as a very large water slide, at least for a timeshare resort. Children's life vests are supplied by the resort in plentiful amounts at both pools. We also found plenty of availability for chairs and shade throughout our entire stay. Now, while I do mention that the other pool is on the other side of the resort, it is only like a 30-second walk as it's just across the street. So everything at the resort is super convenient and super easy to get to. We didn't actually get in our car the entire time we were there. There is a smaller snack bar present, the other water slide pool, so you can get food and drink right there as well. The far side pool area also had tons of other activities, from basketball to ping pong, shuffleboard, putt-putt even. It was fantastic. There was literally something for the kids to do each and every second we stayed at this resort. But by far the most impressive part about the resort was the daily activities for children. Every morning my kids were up looking at the activity sheet to plan out our day. 10 a.m. every morning had an arts and crafts project for the kids, lots of painting, lots of cool stuff, and the cost was only a few dollars per child. Daily poolside games included kid bingo, trivia, water balloon tosses, hula hoop contests, dance contests. All of these events provided kids the ability to win sand dollar tokens that they could use to redeem in the main office for gifts and prizes. Think about skee ball tickets when you went to Chuck E. Cheese as a child. But our absolute favorite activity every day was the 3 p.m. Build Your Own Ice Cream Sundae Social. This has to be one of the most enjoyable activities I've ever encountered at any resort I've stayed at. In fact, it was so popular, my kids seemed to unnervingly know the exact moment it was 2:45 each day, and thus demanded to get out of the pool and go wait in line. Thankfully, it's in the shade. Be sure to buy the refillable cup and mention you're a Marriott owner, as again, it's half price. The amount of ice cream and toppings they put in these cups is probably a crime in most countries. Thankfully, it's so much that parents and grandparents get to eat leftovers each and every day at no additional charge. There's absolutely no way your kid is going to finish this. This event was so much fun for an even better reason, is that my father, the founder of TUG, even got to show up and have a cup of ice cream with his grandkids, making it easily the highlight of our trip. Who doesn't love ice cream with their dad? Or granddad in this case. Other family-oriented events like soccer, kickball, putt-putt tournaments, cornhole, basketball, volleyball, scavenger hunts, and even a s'mores campfire event with dueling pianos. These went on till 7, 8, 9 p.m. most evenings, every hour, on the hour. There was something new for the kids to do. I was absolutely blown away at the number of staff present at this resort, even though its small size probably works to its advantage in this fashion. But sometimes it appeared that there were more staff than actual guests at the resort. However, each and every interaction with these staff was wonderful and pleasant, and you could tell that all of them truly enjoyed their job and enjoyed being there, hanging out with all the kids and adults. Given almost everyone was there as a family with small kids playing in the pool, conversations by the pool between adults were frequent and very pleasant. Parents got to enjoy some free adult time while the kids had the time of their lives playing with new friends. Is absolutely my idea of a perfect family vacation. Heck, I was even able to introduce a few other dads to the resale market, neither of which had any idea that you could buy Marriott points on the resale market at an extreme discount. Both were very, very thankful for that information. All in all, my summary for this resort is that Marriott's Harbour Lake is the perfect family vacation resort. Great location, the room was wonderful, the pirate-themed pools, and absolutely the number of activities available for kids made this an unforgettable trip for us. I guarantee that we will be back at this resort next summer, as this was an incredible stay that checked every single one of my boxes for the perfect family vacation. Experiences like this are the perfect example of why timeshares are still popular, as there is no chance we would have had this experience staying in a hotel room. If you're watching this video and have stayed at this resort, I'd love to hear your thoughts on my review, and more importantly, if you have a resort you think that's as good, or perhaps even better, please let me know down in the comments, and I'm going to make a point to take my family there and review it myself. I will note that our next summer trip this year is to Holiday Inn Club Orange Lake River Island, and I can't wait to see how it compares, as it also was very highly rated as a pool-oriented, kid-friendly resort. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review of Marriott's Harbour Lake. Till next time, folks, thanks for watching.